to see.
Do you have
Everyone-
crazy wind going on? How's everybody?
Yeah, so here the weather is crazy. It was so nice, I feel like a couple weeks ago or like 2 weeks ago, and then now it's freezing, it's raining. It's like it's terrible.
I keep seeing the memes of like it was false spring because same thing. I'm like, how did I get sunburnt and then it's raining and now it's windy and cold?
It's such a drastic difference. I don't like it. I want it to like actually be spring.
Yeah.
It has to be on the way though, because I feel like my allergies are definitely acting up. But
I definitely
anyone
think it
else
is.
have bad seasonal allergies? Mine are.
I noticed it definitely traveling, being in Texas, and then also just being home. And now with like this wind, I was just like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is definitely suboptimal, but you know, so good. How was Texas?
It was amazing. Really great food. I mean, I know everybody always says that barbecue, of course, we were like, we
Wait,
have
which
to do.
which city were you in?
Austin.
Wait, there was someone who literally just said on this live that they're from Austin. I can't remember who said it. And said the same thing about the food being really good.
Oh, Captain Brass Fox. Oh yeah, Austin City Limits and
yes,
South by Southwest is
Austin.
amazing and great fun. Okay, yeah, so I was there for South by Southwest. It was wild. I want to
go to that.
I want to go again. Just like that's what I was saying was really cool was to be around so many creatives, people just like in different industries and stuff. So it was just a fun vibe. Yeah, seasonal allergies blow. Also, I don't know, fellow brain buddies. I mean, what? I'm 7 years out. Well, it'll be 8 years out from the one brain surgery, and then like a couple months, and then like whatever, 7, 8 months out from the other. But I just feel like I'm more sensitive, like when the time changes, when the weather changes, like any of those things.
I would agree. I'm definitely just overall like a lot more sensitive to things like that. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of annoying, but I guess things could always be worse.
It's so cool. Like that was one of the things on this trip. I was proud of myself for the fact that of course I was more tired and I was definitely like, wow, my strength and stamina is not where it was, but I was
how did you manage that? I'm always curious to hear like with traveling, how you manage like the fatigue and just, needing to take breaks and whatnot.
Well, I definitely knew, like, I made sure I had a hat with me. Like, I was like, I don't care what they say the weather is. I don't care that it was storming and raining that morning. I was like, your girl needs to have a hat and sunglasses. I did forget. I should have probably had earbuds but I had like earbuds, but not like plugs. And so those are some things that I do when I'm out and about and there's people and like a lot of stimulation. And then like I took my one lunch break, like I went and sat down like an alleyway. Like I know everyone's like, come to the restaurant and like eat with us. And I was like, I
need some time to myself.
Yeah, I was like, I just need to like not be around like stimulation. And that's what I said. I was like, it doesn't even matter. And so luckily though, a lot of the people I was with were really, really good about making sure like, okay, like not trying to stay out too late and get up. Good, Mel, for coming over here.
How many of you went?
There was a total of 4 of us, so it was cool. Dina, I mean not Dina, Doreen is older. Doreen's in her 60s, but like I joked, I was like, I'm the grandma of the group. Like I was like, I need to go to bed.
Yeah. That would be me, the one who'd be like, okay, like I can't stay out late. Like I gotta go to bed.
And like I'm proud of myself because before I used to try, like the one night I did go out and hang out, but then one of the other nights, like we had the chance to go see the Black Keys, and I was just like, I just am exhausted. I was like, I just can't do it. And before I would have been like, yeah, but you'll miss out and like you better go, and I would have made myself do it, and then I would have been like really tired.
Well, I also feel like that's part of getting older. Like I've noticed that for myself too. And I think a lot of it does have to do with like the fluctuating energy levels after stroke, but I think also just by nature of getting older. Like I used to be able to go out every night and like, stay out super late and not sleep a lot. And then I would just be fine. And like I did have like kind of a big weekend. I did something Thursday. And then Friday, I was like, no, I cannot go out or do something. Like, I really need just like a night for myself. So I stayed in. And then I was planning to stay in again on Saturday. But then last minute, I decided to go see this friend of mine who was DJing and was like, you know what? Even though I was gonna just show up alone, I thought, what a great opportunity to just like, make friends at the bar and like test my social skills. So I just like I get like, well, I don't know if you do, like I get anxiety about like going to stuff alone, and I'm like, oh, like am I gonna be judged? Like I'm just
Everybody does. Everybody does. If someone on here is like, no, that never even crosses my mind, good for you. You're like the oddball. But like, that's what I've learned is it's just the level of it. Like, and then like that, like I'm gonna start crying. Like I get like I've learned to just start going into it and just realize that, if I go out and I have to get tired, and that was the thing with when I hung out with them. I was just going to go to dinner with them. She said she wanted to go out dancing, and I was like, I definitely don't want to do that. I'm going to be way too tired. But then I had fun and I stayed out and I did dance and I did have fun. And so like I'm glad because I feel like I went through so many waves in my recovery of like pushing myself and making myself doing the things and then way overexerting. And then I went through the phase of like not doing stuff because then I was too afraid I would like overexert myself. And I feel like I'm starting to finally. And so if you're still new in your recovery, like I'm 7 years out and I'm still finding like, okay, that was a little too much. Like I can't always manage my spoons and like I won't always know what I can do. And I think what I've learned is that's my anxiety the most is about I'm worried I'm going to be out with everybody and just like completely fizzle out and like ruin the plans or have to go home. And what I started learning though is like when I say ruin the plans, I'm like, first of all, that's so extreme. There's no way you wanting to dip out is going to ruin plans. Is everyone going to miss you? Sure. But are they going to understand? 100%. So I just feel like the second surgery really made me realize that like at the end of the day, as long as you're having fun, and if that is for 20 minutes while you're out and then you want to go home, you can do that. Like, and that is
exactly
freeing.
And people understand. And I don't know about like I feel like a lot of my friends do get it, and especially now, like they've gone out with me a bunch like since this happened. So I feel like sometimes like I think it was Steve who just made the comment about like have fun but then you pay for it the next day. Like I could not relate to that more.
Yep.
Like for me, I had to stay in the next night. Like I wanted to go out and do stuff, but I realized that like maybe I actually needed to take some time for myself and like go to bed early and stay in and like do other things casually. And then I decided to go out last night, and that was when I was feeling the anxiety, like, oh, I'm going to show up to this event by myself. Like I was just getting really nervous, but it ended up being fine. And then it makes me think, why do I get so nervous about things like that? Like I'm not going to let the fear of showing up alone to an event like stop me from something that might actually be super fun and that I'll enjoy.
Good. And you shouldn't. I love a whole bunch of people are saying completely agree. Use your spoons wisely. Which I totally agree with. And that was why on Wednesday I was like, I don't care that it's the Black Keys. I gotta go home because if you guys want me to be good for the rest of the week, like I need a night down. And I also like
wisely.
Try and keep trying. That is important. It is. And I'm glad that Maddi that you went out, but also that you talked about it because I don't know about you. I feel like the more yes, I'm a very emotional person, but also the more I talk about my anxiety and I like have instances like that where I'm like, see, I was nervous about it, but then I ended up having fun. Like, why don't I do that more often? So like the next time an event comes up, I can remind myself. I'm like I did that with flying. That's how I'm like, you get like this every time before you fly. Every time before you fly, you get very nervous and it is completely normal and okay. And so like once I started just kind of like attacking it head on, it helped me.
It's about stepping outside your, and I like what Fly Girl says, love that you're getting out there and challenging yourself and your fears. I think that's a great way to put it. That's exactly what it's all about. That's how, when we step outside our comfort zone, I feel like that's when good things happen. And then we broaden our comfort zone. And then, like you said, Tawnie, the next time we try something like that, the next time we get invited to an event and we don't have anyone to go with, we're going to be like, hey, Maddi, remember that time that you decided to go and it was fun? You ended up making friends and like talking to some pretty cool people. And you know, you wouldn't, if you didn't go, like you never would have met these other great people.
It does. It really helps. It's a really good reminder. And that's what's helped me get over a lot of my social anxiety and like telling everybody, Tawnie, come fly with me. I can help easier. So want to. What's funny is like my mom was a flight attendant and I've flown a million times. It's not necessarily about the act of flying. What I realized is it's about, I'm afraid that I'm like with the pressure, something's going to happen. I'm going to get misdiagnosed because nobody, so that's why. And so now that I've done that though, it's gotten a lot better. I'm like, okay, but I would definitely love the more positive associations you can have with something. So like, that's why if I can fly with you and have some good times, I'm here for it. Also side note before I forget, just because on Monday I actually get the chance to tell my story and to share and just answer questions with the TBI medical SLP. So I know that it's Monday for you Eastern at 7 p.m. Eastern, but I also Monday tomorrow. Monday tomorrow. But I know that that's last minute, so a lot of people, if you can't make it, but I know we have a lot of survivors. I have a Google form. You can either go to my profile, you can message me, or it's on my profile how you can register to go to it, but also you can fill out the Google form to just share, because it's our chance to share with them things that we wish they would say, things that they wouldn't say. Like I'm definitely going to talk about stop squashing people's hopes and telling them that we need to get as good as we're going to get in 6 months to 2 years, because
will we be able to watch this conversation after the fact? Because I won't be because I have to go to an event. But
I believe there should be a replay. If not, I'm definitely going to ask Tracy that I can just be live like on one of my platforms. So I definitely thank you. Yeah. So as soon as I know more, but it's on one of those webinars, so I would assume that it gets recorded and put somewhere.
Yeah. I would share or search that, but please, share it with us. Because I definitely want to see it, but I won't be able to join at 7.
I know. I was like, ooh, because I thought it was next Monday. I've been like so off. Anxiety is so personal. I choose only females as they're realistic in their judgments. You know, I try and not be basis on certain sexes because everybody goes through different things. I really just feel like we all, like, what can bring us together is that we are all so different, and every brain injury, every recovery, everybody's on a healing journey from something. So I feel like we all have strengths and strengths not yet developed. That's what I would say. Okay, share the link. I know. Do I have it right here? Let's see.
Is it on your profile?
It's definitely on. I put it on my last little post. Oh, here we go. I got it. The little form. If you can't click it, because I think we're on a live. I did put it in the comments on a reel, and it is for sure on my resource page, like my website. If you go to it, it should be, there's a picture of me, and then there's a block that says the TBI Med SLP. And so it is a free thing. You can donate and it goes to TAF, but it's totally free. Like you don't have to pay for the ticket. Because I know when you press on it, you're like, event Ebright, Tawnie, I'm not paying for this. Like, no, you don't have to pay. My boy is Sammy. Oh, and then also I wanted to ask, people were asking about when the next time they get to see you, because I know it's New Jersey first, right, Maddi? And then
Oh, for the Stroke Summit, you
yeah,
mean?
you have like a couple
So
big things going
the
on.
New York Stroke Summit is April 19th, and it's going to be here in New York City and Brooklyn. So if you are planning to join that and you haven't yet signed up, we do have a few more open spots. So the link to that is also on my profile, or you can just message me. So April 19th in Brooklyn. And then the date has just been confirmed for the LA Summit, which will be June 28th. It's a Friday, so June 28th. And Tawnie, definitely would love to have you host one of the round tables for that. I don't know if you yourself have signed up, so I'll.
Ooh, I didn't sign up for it yet. That's what I was like. I knew about. I was like, I know it's in June, and I was like, oh, it's 28th. Perfect. I will sign up right after this.
But please, if any of you are planning to come to either New York or to the LA Summit, please sign up, because at least definitely for LA, we need like a lot more attendees to sign up. Like focused on New York, I keep forgetting like, oh, LA is only a couple months later, but
I know. It seems like talking about a lot of things. That's why I was like, hold on, I have to make sure I mention the thing Monday. I was like, oh wait, and then we have like cool events, just because I know what it's like. I definitely wish I would have reached out to the community sooner. Me and Maddi both. I mean, if it wouldn't have been for Joe putting us on a FaceTime together to then like do lives every week, like I really was like, I always wanted to share to raise awareness so it never happened to anybody else, but every doctor kept telling me how freaking different I was. So I just was like,
yeah,
what am I going to learn from other people, and what can I give back to other people, is what I thought.
And it's not really, I feel like, till you talk to a bunch of the other survivors that you realize that you're not alone. It's not just you. And although like this can seem like a very scary and isolating thing, like you realize you're not alone. And that's also like the motivation for starting the Stroke Summit, is to just bring awareness to that and connect all of the communities together. And hello everyone who is just joining Survivor Sunday. So happy Sunday. Some of you, if you're not in this time zone, maybe it's already Monday for you. Like I see my friend from Vietnam, Quang, is joined, and I believe it's already tomorrow in Vietnam. So
I applied for the Bioness thigh cuff. My insurance denied it. Any suggestions? Ooh, for the Bioness thigh cuff.
Yeah, let me send me a message. I'll talk to my Bioness people and see like if they can.
Always good to know. What I've learned in the healthcare profession, what I used to think no means no, but what I've learned in the healthcare professionals, no means you may need to ask somebody to say it in a different way from a different like, so yeah, I like Maddi said, reach out to her.
I can ask the Bioness people what the next step is. They're usually like very supportive and helpful in cases like this. Might just mean refiling or having like your physician submit like a letter of what do you call it, like a letter of necessity or whatever.
I almost said recommendation, but I'm like, it's not it's you're not applying for colleges, but it almost is like your doctor has to like basically write like she needs this. It's freaking asinine. I'm saying it. Just like
we're talking about allergies like at the beginning of this call, and I'm just started feeling it more in my nose right now, so I think I'm gonna have to start doing my nasal spray more consistently.
Those are helpful. Everybody says they love them.
It's so helpful, and I was doing it every day, and then I kind of stopped. I don't know, I just forgot. Like I'm really bad about maintaining consistency with stuff like that, but
I heard it a different way, because you are actually a very consistent person. Because I used to say that, but like I'm not consistent because I will do something and then like fall off a day or two. But like you have rest days when you work out, you do things. So like I think, you got busy, got to re-habit stack it again. Enjoying the show, but I have to hope, Mad, you can make it to Austin. I think you'll love it and have a great rest of your talk. Yes, we'll definitely have to go to Austin. The food there was delicious. The live music, I definitely want to go back. But also with Maddie's nose being stuffy and everything, and we should cut this. So if you guys do want to join us, if you would like to share your story, we would love to interview you. We would love for you to speak. You do not have to just be a stroke buddy or a brain injury buddy. We have had caretakers, we've had medical professionals, anyone who wants to share with us. We would love to have you, and you can just message us.
Yeah, so just reach out. Hope everyone has a great week, and we will see you next week.
Bye, guys. Boop. Okay. I don't know if I know this view is kind of weird, but I guess I can't change it. Oh, wait. Oh, look, I'm a leg. Look at that. So weird. So I don't know if you guys enjoy. I don't have anybody else on with me. I'm just over my leg. This is so weird. Can I do an overlay? Oh, no new comments. Here we go. Oh, look. Hi, guys. Like, if you comment, you can be like highlighted. That's kind of cool. So this was fun. Learning experiences, trying things. I am going to, now that I'm like, I feel like I'm finally reacclimating to being home. Anybody else, when you go on a vacation or a work trip and you come home and you're like, I need a vacation from the vacation. So I finally feel a little bit better. Sorry, I'm all raspy. So I will be playing video games. Yesterday, when I was going to play the video game, I kind of was like, I still feel pooped. So I have to find a way. I'm going to flip you guys around. Hopefully it still works and you guys don't get disoriented. But this is this, instead of having you guys way up there on the TV, so it's not a good view, I found this TV. I moved it down here. I just need to figure out a way to hook up that. I just need to order wires to hook it to the Xbox. So stay tuned for that next project. I love you guys. That might be crazy. Oh, I did want to drop in. Sorry, let me put the Google form here. So that if you are a brain buddy and you are able to share, it is anonymous. It doesn't collect your emails. I did really want to make sure that this was anonymous. Anonymously tell / ask the SLPs and other medical. Boop. There you go. I'm going to drop it one more time. Pew. I don't know if links work when I'm like here like this. So if it doesn't, reach out to me, message me, and I will get back to you. All right.